Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today, once again, we have so many updates to talk about. We have updates from pretty much everything from testing to what is going on in Rome and Athens and Alaska, and lots of other helpful updates. So first of all, I would like to welcome all of our Let's Go family members. You are a remarkable group, and I am so proud to be a member of the Let's Go family because of what you all do. And also, welcome to all of you who are new. We are really glad that you found us, and we hope that you'll stick with us. If anyone here hasn't subscribed yet, we would love it if you would please consider subscribing to our channel. It will help us out, and I think that it is going to be a wonderful association for you to be part of our group, as well as it's going to be very helpful because we cover so much helpful information here. So first of all, I wanted to talk for just a moment and tell you all thank you, as I alluded to there, about how wonderful you all are and the magnificent people that you are. On our Facebook group, someone posted just the other day, they said, I was on another Princess Cruise forum and some of them are not very nice people. I like it here at Let's Go Travel Tips. You can find the coolest people here. And you indeed are all so cool and you are all kind. And if you know anything about me, kindness is the tip of the iceberg. It is very important to be kind. And so let me tell you something that I think illustrates what kind of people you are, as well as what wonderful cruisers, all of the whole cruising community is, as a general rule. So on Sunday morning, today is May 16th, it's Monday, and our Let's Go family member Anita sent me a quick message through Facebook and said, hey, there's a story you need to know about. And so here it is. It says, to all the Island Princess crew and passengers, this person, her name is Beth, her dad was the reason for the unexpected stop in Cabo. She says, thanks to the selfless passengers that donated blood the other night and the amazing crew and medical team, my dad's life was saved. They were able to get him to the hospital in time to stop the internal bleeding. Thank you also to all the passengers who stopped and prayed with her mom, as we know God answers those prayers. I know it wasn't convenient, but I can promise that our family will be forever grateful for the kindness shown to my parents. And so Gordon looked into it a little bit more. It sounds like they had to ask for people to donate blood a couple of times through the night. And so many wonderful people on the ship came forward, gave the blood that was needed, the help that was needed. And so I just wanted to share this with you so that we can keep their family in our prayers, but also so that you realize how wonderful you all are. Generally, people don't go around telling each other how wonderful they are. And I get that. But also just remember that the things that you do really do make a big difference to so many people, from donating blood down to the comments that you leave and the things that you post. So thank you all very much. The next thing that I want to talk about is we're going to go over Alaska first. So I am still hearing from so many people that their flights are being canceled, or they'll have a flight to get somewhere and not a flight to get home. And so really keep an eye on your flights if you are cruising anywhere. Gordon and I have the habit, we're checking ours every day and making sure that they're still there. We check on both the Princess Easy Air as well as on our Delta app, because that's how our flights are. Also, keep an eye on your email, because when we go to Rome, we're on Delta from Salt Lake to JFK, but from JFK to Rome, Delta has partnered with Air France, and we got an email from them saying that there's extra information that we need to fill out and submit to be on that flight. And so we're going to submit it. We're going to print it out. We're going to have it with us. But really watch your email very closely and keep checking your spam, because sometimes things go to spam that, why would they go to spam? But keep your eye out so that you don't miss any important information. So, and I would say with your flights, check Princess Easy Air or whatever cruise line you booked through, as well as the website or the app for whichever airline you're on, so that you can make sure that everything is as it should be. The next thing to do, I wanted to just say, Carrie, our Let's Go family member, he put out a great post about how things have been for him, but I really like that he said, I've had most of my issues that have been at the airport with delays, cancellations, and missed flights. And so that really highlights what a big deal flights are these days. I think that before COVID, we were so used to just like, you booked your flights, you didn't think about them, and anything that you had to worry about was going to do with the cruise. But clearly, what is going on with the flight right now and everything at the airport, delays, just everything is a really big deal. So make sure that you're keeping an eye out there. I have had some people really worried about their cruise and land tours up in Alaska. And so here are my thoughts on that. So first of all, we had heard from a Let's Go family member that their itinerary didn't go well. I unfortunately haven't heard from them again, and that's okay. They're on their trip. And when people get home, sometimes, life comes at you pretty fast when you get back from vacation. But I have also heard from some people that things are going well. And so I hope that for all of you who have these cruise and land tours booked, that everything goes smoothly. And my best counsel to you is just really an advice would be to go just ready to be prepared to enjoy wherever you are and how things go. Hopefully things will just go really well. I would think that after the first couple of days of being at the lodges, everything would be smooth. I'm really excited to hear from some of you who are on those land tours right now. But I always say pack your patience, stick in a lot of flexibility, but hopefully it'll be wonderful. The next thing that I wanted to mention to do, I am still hearing that a lot of you that are on cruises that are in the beginning of June and right at the end of May that are on the ships that go up to Alaska still have not been able to get your embarkation time. And I know that in a way that's distressing, like through the Medallion Class app, but you know what? I would say go ahead and get out to the ship. If you're there at like 10:30 or 11, are just the cruises that we've been on since the restart. A lot of people are there by then, and they start boarding people usually pretty early. And so, but they have somewhere for you to wait if it's not your turn yet, or if they've not started boarding. If they've got like an elite area, they've got a platinum area, they've got the area for kind of everyone else. But usually they do board people in the order that you arrive. And so if you get there, you'll just sit down. They won't send you back to your hotel or anything. And so you can just get out there, and then that way they'll get you on the ship as soon as they can. And so that's what I would do if my embarkation time wasn't showing up. So just take that for what it's worth. But that's what I would do, and I think it would work just fine. We've got an update from Kelly. She's on the Majestic Princess, and they have got 2,047 passengers right now. And she and her husband were doing, like, they did the northbound, and now they're doing the southbound. It's a back-to-back. And there are more people on this sailing, and she also reported that people are not washing their hands before you go in the buffet to serve yourself. So wash your hands. We did that even before COVID because there's just lots of germs for lots of reasons. But I'm just throwing that out there. But I really appreciate, Kelly, you letting us know. So with 2,000 passengers, I think it's around 3,600. Is it 3,600? That is like 3,660, I think, is the full capacity on the Majestic. And so we're still a long ways away from being at full capacity on these ships. But that's kind of just to give you a ballpark. It's a little bit over half. The next thing that is really important, we heard from Carrie, and I love that she told us this. They are on the Crown Princess. You all might recall that last week, I think anything that could go wrong on the Crown Princess did, but it seems like things are going better based at least on her report, and I would love to hear from some more of you that are on the Crown Princess. So she sent me this yesterday on Sunday, and so they all embarked on Saturday, so it was the second day on their cruise. She said, so far everything is great. The crew is happy to be here, and the passengers seem happy. A little rocky, like rough seas last night and into today, but it seemed like things were smoothing out as far as the seas go. No toilet issues. They are on Carib on the port side, and no toilet issues. So hopefully there's no toilet issues on the whole ship. She said that last night her husband, I guess it would have been Saturday night, took a shower and he had hot water. She took a shower after him and it was warm at best. So they're going to try staggering their showers a little bit. But that seems like it's the only problem right now on the Crown Princess. She said they went to the show Saturday night and it was really good. They were having the naturalist presentation yesterday on Sunday at 1 and at 4. Her only complaint about anything so far is she said that at the buffet, the food was cold. And so they hadn't eaten in the main dining room yet by the time she sent me that email. But it sounds like maybe the food was a little bit cold. And so if that's the only complaint, though, I think we're doing pretty good. So really happy to hear from you. And thank you for that update, Carrie. Now, for just a minute, we're going to talk about Rome again. Thank you for all of your very kind comments yesterday about Rome. And here's what I would really like us to all comment about in the comments today. So I was thinking how handy it is for all of us when any of you say like where your favorite place to stay is in a city, and it doesn't, not just Rome, like anywhere in the whole world that you've been to hop on a cruise, like say what your favorite place is, what your favorite excursions are out of a certain port, and you're like your favorite places to eat, and just any helpful information that you've got, because I guarantee you it will help not only me, but it will help a lot of our Let's Go family members. And so to start off with that, Richard added a comment and said that they are going to go on that same cruise we are in the middle of June, and that they are coming into Rome on Wednesday as well. And so they are going to stay at a private apartment that they found on Vrbo. And so remember that that's an option. I've stayed in Airbnbs a couple of times. We used the Airbnb website when we went to Rome, and that worked out perfectly. This time we just decided to do the hotel because we'd done it before, and that's just what we decided to do. But Vrbo and Airbnb are also really good options. And so there's that. And then also Tiffany is in, and her husband are on the Regal Princess right now. They happen to be on their honeymoon. So best wishes if you ever see this video. We are really happy for you and congratulations and wish you all the very best. But she was so kind to send us 2 updates. So first of all, this is about rhyming in Rome, which is so good. This is the first information we've had on this. So they arrived in Rome last Thursday at 7:30 in the morning. She said customs was a breeze. There was no line at all. And she said they didn't even ask to see anything other than their passport. She said that they did a small group tour with a guide at the Vatican for the Vatican, the Sistine Chapel, and St. Peter's Basilica. She said even though most places are not requiring vaccination cards, the Vatican Museum is, and they saw people turned away because they didn't have them with them. Remember, she says you also have to wear a KN95 mask in the Vatican. She says, remember, and I love that she added this, Vatican City is its own country. They have their own rules and they do enforce them. So just remember that. Also, she says, now you have to wait in line to get into St. Peter's Basilica. Even if you've already gone through security for the Vatican and you have a skip the line pass, you still have to stand in that long line. She said this is new and the tour companies are not happy about it. And I bet they're not, because part of the reason that you book with a tour company is to skip the line and get to go in. So clearly I will let you know and show you in our videos about how that goes, if it's still the same. But, and you know what, we'll just have to decide when we get there if it's a whole nother, like if we do have to stand in line, even though we have the skip the line tour, we'll just see how long the line is and decide if we want to stand in it or not, because we've been to St. Peter's Basilica. I've been many times and my cute husband's been once, but we'll decide on that day and let you know what we decide. So she said, there is not a lot of shade. The line can be long, so grab water before getting in line. That's great advice. Thanks, Tiffany. She also said that the Pantheon area was very busy yesterday afternoon. There are plenty of places to eat. And you know what? I didn't tell you this in my video about Rome, so I'm going to tell you now. As you are facing the Pantheon, so pretend you're standing there. There's this beautiful fountain there and the piazza in the middle. And then kind of on the sides are places to eat, especially behind it and on as you're facing it on the right-hand side. The place, there's like 2 places behind it. I've eaten at both of those places sincerely, just for the view. We ate, we had a lovely dinner enjoying the view of that fountain and the Pantheon. It was worth it, but the food wasn't that great. And so that's just a heads up. We have not eaten at the place yet that's on the, as you're facing the Pantheon on the right. And so I will let you know if we decide to do that this time. But I just thought I would tell you that. If you're looking for the very best food in Rome, that would not be it. I can make better food like Swanson, or like, what's the name of the frozen dinners, the cheapest ones you can get. Anyway, yeah, that food was not very good at all, but boy, was the view extraordinary. And so we did enjoy it. But I just wanted to tell you that. Now, then we also have an update here from Tiffany, and this is all about how things are going on the ship and everything. She said that they are in Santorini when she sent me this yesterday. She said, it's just breathtaking. Just wanted to tell you a few things about how things are going on the cruise. She said that getting onto the ship there at Civitavecchia was super easy, and I do know that they had tested before they got to the port. And she said they were inside and on the ship within about 10 minutes. She said nobody is really wearing their masks indoors on the ship. The crew have been really vigilant cleaning and have people wash their hands before they enter any of the restaurants or the main buffet area. And a lot of time for the restaurants, they've got like the hand sanitizer. So I'm glad to hear they're vigilant about that. And she said on the Regal right now, you cannot serve yourself in the buffet, which I think is awesome news. She said, because we had stayed on board for a week, for the second week, they had to have a COVID test. They came by and did that about 7:30 in the morning. So it sounds like they came right to their stateroom and did it. No news is good news, she says, and they haven't heard, so they should be negative. She said when they arrived in Turkey, they were given a specific type of card with a barcode on it from the Turkish government, and that they had to have scanned before they entered the country. So when they got off at the little port and there was an entrance there to enter and exit from the port area, they scanned it, and it was really simple and went without any trouble. She said at each port, the cruise ship will tell you what is required in that port. She says they usually say that masks are required, but she said in any of the ports, nobody was wearing a mask. I like that she added that the crew on the ship is amazing, so helpful, and obviously very happy to be back at work. Everything is so immaculate and clean. And I love that she added, it's been a great experience. Her husband had never been on a cruise yet, and he is already so excited to book their next cruise. And so, once again, thank you, Tiffany. All the best wishes for your marriage and for a wonderful rest of your cruise. So thank you. And then also we have got our Let's Go family member, Allison, and she was boarding a ship in Athens. And here's what her update is. She says, first of all, when they were boarding there in Athens, they do not charge for the COVID testing, but the line to test was brutal. She said 90 minutes. And so for a while they had to stand out in the sun. Now they were really glad to be inside, so that they weren't out in the sun. She said people that tested in town could walk straight in. And so that might be an option if you're going to board the ship in Greece. But she also said, she sent me a message this morning and said that that because I asked her how the internet was, she said that there were 800 people to be tested as they boarded the ship in Athens. And that is way more than they had before. And they were just really unprepared. And so I like to think that moving forward that they will be prepared for more people to need to be tested at embarkation. But that surely was a long line. And she says that the internet on the Regal Princess is horrific. So that doesn't bode well for our cruise. We're really hopeful that we're going to be able to post videos as we go and show you things. At least when we are in port or can get enough internet, we will at least post a short video, tell you where we are and how things are going. But just keep an eye out. And if you want to help us out, like watch one of our videos every day, because I've worked so hard to try to get our channel and we're like a long ways from the top. But the YouTube search engine forgets you really quick and quits offering your videos to people. So if you'll do that to help us out, if we suddenly disappear, we'd really appreciate it. Now, I also want to give you some updates about testing. So the update that we have for testing, I think, at the port in Vancouver is really exciting. I went on just to take a look to make sure that everything was still good with the testing at the Vancouver airport, and it is. But you can, and I'll put the link below, you can use that link to be tested at the Vancouver airport or at the cruise terminal. That is so handy. So you can make an appointment to get tested when you're getting on the ship, or you can make an appointment to get tested when you're getting off the ship. And so I really like that they have that new update. And so, like I said, I will put that link below. As far as the UK goes, we have our wonderful Let's Go family member, Ray. He gave us some really helpful information about testing in the UK. He said, you can book with the Lloyd's Pharmacy, Lloyds Pharmacy in London, or places around the UK. They offer the medically supervised testing and you get a certificate of completion. All you do is go to their website and you book a slot online for the one that's closest to you, because they've got a lot of those, and it's £29.99. And like £1 right now is about $1.25. And so to give you an idea, that is cheaper than the $60 that they're charging at the port. She says Boots the Chemist also do something similar, and that's £30. So if you can find a Boots, which is a pharmacy, and they have lots of those around too, or a Lloyd's, you can make an appointment, just book it and go get your test before you get to the port. The nice thing about that is it's cheaper. You don't have to stand in lines waiting to be tested at the port there. And also, if you test positive, you know to not go to the port. I looked up what the restrictions are in England, and they are wide open. Like, if you test positive, they just want you to like wear your mask and try to socially distance a little bit. So if you tested positive there before you got on your ship, you could still go sightseeing for the number of days you've got to wait before you can get your either your certificate of recovery to get back in the US with your positive COVID test, or maybe you'll get lucky and test negative. And so just putting that out there. And the last update that we have got about testing is one of our Let's Go family members who's going to be sailing on Carnival said that they had heard about the 2-day testing being required at some of the ports in the US that had a stop in Canada on their itinerary. And she said that when she called, she said they recommend testing within 2 days if you're going to have a stop in Canada. Now, I know on the Princess website, they only say that if you are departing from a port that is in Canada. So, but what she said about the 2-day testing does match up with what we heard from our Let's Go family member happening out of on the Majestic Princess this last week. They had done the 3-day antigen, and when they got there, they were wanted within 2 days. And so I just thought I would tell you that in case that knowledge helps you. Other than that, that's everything that I thought would be really helpful to cover today. I apologize. I know these videos are a little bit long and we are not taking the time to put in chapters. We put chapters in the one about Rome in case that would be helpful, but that took Gordon a really long time, and this isn't our only job right now, so I apologize. Everything is just in one video, and but I do think that you would probably find it really helpful, and the information will come in handy at some point for you. So I really appreciate you watching our videos. If you appreciate these updates, will you please give this a thumbs up? And this evening, it's Monday night. We always do our lives at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'd love to have you join us. If you're subscribed and you hit that little bell next to the subscribe button, it will just automatically give you a notification when we go live, so you can just click on the email or click on the notification on your phone, and then you will be joining us, and we would love to have you come. We share a lot of information. We have a lot of fun together. We've got a lot of amazing Let's Go family members, so come if you can. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.